I think it should come as no surprise to anyone that Disney keeps a close eye on its actors, especially those that are cash cows. And I would say Chris Hemsworth is definitely one of those cash cows. Him being cast as Thor, again, one of those guys where I didn't know much about him before Thor, and now the dude's a superstar. I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't think he was a superstar before he was cast as Thor, which lends credence to something I said a few days ago about unknown actors when we were going over that article about X-Men. So anyway, let's get into this story right here. Cosmicbooknews.com or cosmicbook.news. Chris Hemsworth clears the air in Thor on Thor. No goodbye just yet. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those guys that Disney holds on to for as long as they can in this role. They need all the good favor they can get, and Chris Hemsworth definitely gives them that good favor. Chris Hemsworth says he's not done with Thor and that fans overreacted to a recent social media post while filming a National Geographic series. Hemsworth also revealed Disney and Marvel closely monitor what he does even outside the MCU. Yeah, because you hurt yourself, something happens, and this will affect Disney's bottom line. So I'm not shocked at all that they're keeping a close eye on what he's doing off camera. While speaking with THR, Chris Hemsworth explained that his recent National Geographic project, Limitless, almost included a dangerous surfing segment. Now, you can, if I'm Disney, right? And this goes for anything. If you have invested in a product, and not to call him a product, but he is something that they have invested in, and he's going to do something that puts that investment in danger. Yeah, I mean, anybody with a working brain is going to go, hey, let's pause this because this might actually turn around to bite us, and we don't want that. There was initially a big wave episode. I was going to attempt to surf a 40-foot wave and train with big wave specialists, Hemsworth said, but we couldn't get it through the ranks. The risk assessment basically was too far gone. And especially when you look at, the amount of things that could go wrong with something like that, all kind of things could go wrong. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So I understand Disney stepping in and kind of pumping the brakes on this. Instead, he climbed a 200-meter dam wall. Hemsworth said Marvel and Disney Plus were involved behind the scenes and wanted to make sure he stayed safe ahead of filming more Thor. Again, Disney, especially Disney Marvel, they cannot afford to have any big hits right now. They got to fire on all cylinders as much as possible, and I think Chris Hemsworth is definitely part of that. There definitely was concerns from above. No, we need him to go off and shoot Thor next. We can't have him drown while filming a big wave episode, he said. Yeah, I mean, duh. Have you seen some of these waves? And a 40-foot wave, that is crazy. I remember watching these, professional surfers on these big, gigantic waves. And some of these waves look like 8-story, 10-story, 15-story buildings. It was crazy. You watch the wave cresting and you see the people under the wave and they look like ants. It looks like they're non-existent. That's crazy. I don't think I have the wherewithal to do something like that. That goodbye video was just a thank you. Hemsworth also addressed a recent social media post that sparked speculation about him leaving the Thor franchise. According to Hemsworth, it wasn't meant to be a farewell. Yeah, people are nervous. They're like, well, wait, hold on a minute. This is one of those things we're excited about for Marvel, so we can't have you go anywhere. My social media team assembled some footage and we're like, oh, this could be cool. We'll put some stuff up and thank the fans. And I was like, yeah, cool. It's been great, said Hemsworth. The video led many to believe he was saying goodbye to the role, but Hemsworth said that wasn't the case. And I can imagine the heads at Disney caught wind of this and was like, bro, you gotta fix this. You're killing us here. So I understand that 100%. Someone on my team said, we're given the wrong impression here. We didn't do any damage control. There was no damage control necessary, but a lot was read into a little. He said, yeah, I would say doing this interview is damage control, trying to make sure this doesn't get out of hand. Still committed to Thor, Hemsworth confirmed he's already started work on more Thor. I was already off starting another chapter of this character, and this journey has been the biggest part of my career. So the video was a moment of gratitude, and it wasn't anything else. Yeah, of course, they had to make sure Thor's return. Part of that includes Thor returning to star in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Rumors also of Thor 5 in development, which will be a return to the more serious aspects of the character. And I'm glad they're getting back to the more, serious Norse mythology Thor. That's what I'd like to see on screen. At that recent press event, Kevin Feige also hinted Hemsworth will stick around as Thor longer. As Feige said, he sees a star such as Hemsworth still in his prime to play the character. I've always said, if I was an actor, and people worry about getting typecasted, and I understand, but if I was an actor and I got a chance to play some crazy Marvel or DC character that I've loved for years, I'd say, look, I may be typecasted. This may not work on my behalf, but I will play this role as long as my body will hold up to play this role. I'll milk this and I'll be that guy. Oh yeah, that's Thor. Hey, I have no problem with that at all. At a recent press event, said that where we have great actors playing great characters, I think it would be fun to see them in multiple places, said Feige. Yeah, absolutely. Multiple places within Disney. I know they're trying to make all the money they can. So look, I think Chris Hemsworth is going to be around for a while. I could easily see them getting to a 6th Thor movie with Chris Hemsworth, because he's just one of those guys. He fit the Thor. When I saw that first Thor movie, I was like, yo, this guy fits. Like, he really works. And I think they want to get back to the core of what Thor is. And doing at least 2 more movies gives them the opportunity to do that, send him off into the sunset, and maybe reset Thor at some later time. Who knows? We'll see.